Coming up on KUJH News, how students are putting extra dining dollars to good use. Meet the faces behind the mascots, plus what summer in Lawrence looks like and how season impacts the city.
Live from the studio in Stauffer, Flint, this is KUJH News.
Good afternoon and welcome to KUJH News. I'm Sydney Clark.
And I'm Caleb Beasley. President Trump implemented a Liberation Day tariffs over a month ago. Since then, their effects have been seen across America, shaking stock markets and raising prices. KUJH's Donovan Bullets took a look at how these tariffs implement and affect Americans and KU students.
And so when you put tariffs in such an aggressive fashion, you invite retaliation, right? And so then, of course, places like China did retaliate, right? And so that compromises major markets for those commodities like corn, soybean, wheat, meat, the beef and so forth, right? And so you're really compromising those export markets.
From higher prices at the pump to KU's very own international classmates, these tariffs are hitting closer to campus than you might think. We'll be watching how it all unfolds this fall.
Lawrence arts organizations are facing the potential of severe cuts in their budget after President Donald Trump proposed a new budget that would completely eliminate the National Endowment for the Arts. In just the last 5 years, the NEA distributed over $9 million in federal funding. Without that funding, it's a complete domino effect that directly impacts local art organizations like the Lawrence Arts Center. Marlo Angel, the Director of Film, Grants, and Special Projects at the Arts Center, says without its NDA funding, they might lose some of their special programs.
If the Kansas Arts Commission doesn't receive their NEA funding, then that program might not exist either. So I think this is a crucial moment for the arts. Public funding allows arts to be accessible to everyone, not just people who can pay costs for tuition or performances. It allows scholarships to happen, financial aid to happen, free events and exhibitions like this room that you're in today. And so those opportunities just would not be available without public funding.
Outside of public funding, the Lawrence Arts Center relies on private philanthropy funding and community support. Angel says they applied for a grant in March, but it's a wait-and-see basis as it continues to get pushed back. But she says they are continuing to advocate for the importance of the funding arts in the community.
There's a lot of emotions when we're thinking about the budget cuts. I think so much of art is imperative to our health and well-being. So it's not just an elitist activity that some people do. It incorporates every asset of our lives. And so I think communities that don't have art in them, that'd be a sad place to live. So I think it's very vital.
The Lawrence Arts Center has been around for 50 years, providing art for everyone in the community to enjoy.
Now we're looking outside today. You may want to keep that umbrella close. Sam joins us in studio to let us know how much longer this rain will stick around.
But before Sam joins us, I'm very excited because I'm hoping next week there's no rain because commencement's coming, graduation's coming. I don't really want to walk down the hill in the pouring rain. I don't know, you want to either?
Absolutely not.
No. And the rain, like it's been so nice, so it's kind of like, dang it,
Yeah.
I'm ready for some sunshine. Sam, what can we expect?
Well, Sydney, good news and bad news with that both. We will need the umbrellas for this evening and into early tomorrow morning. It should be a nice weekend to start to next week, but finals week may be rainy. I'll get into that a little later on. We had some heavy showers move through about half an hour to an hour ago, as you can tell by the darker skies here over northeast Kansas. Currently here on campus, we're sitting at 60 degrees with that rain-cold air dropped our temperatures down to about 10 degrees in the past 2 hours. These showers will continue through early tomorrow morning, and there could be 1 or 2 rumbles of thunder with these, but for the most part, it should just be light rain for the next probably 5 to 10 hours per se. Taking a look at radar, again, the showers around Lawrence have broken up a little bit over the past half hour, but all the stuff from the southeast will continue to move up into our area, leading to a very wet overnight hours into tomorrow morning. Taking a look at our almanac, our high temperature today was 71 around 3 p.m., right near the average of 74, but of course nowhere near the record of 91 back 2 years ago. Coming up, I will talk about the rain chances for today and tomorrow as well, your forecast for stop day, and how the sunny skies will return for this weekend. Caleb?
Thanks, Sam. Don't forget those umbrellas, Jayhawks. Plan ahead and keep dry out there.
Every semester, thousands of dining dollars go unspent and unused, but one KU freshman saw an opportunity to turn that waste into something meaningful. Tyler joins us live from the Ballard Center with more. Tyler?
Thank you, Sydney. I'm out here at the Ballard Center, one of the biggest donation spots in Lawrence. And next week, they're going to get a big donation from a certain KU freshman and a food drive program. Let's take a look at how Maddie Meyer made that happen. The food drive is still taking donations till May 14th of next week. That's next Wednesday. So if you're a freshman and have some extra dining dollars to spend, why not donate to a good cause? Now let's throw it back to Sydney in the studio.
Thanks, Tyler. What a great idea. If you have extra dining dollars, now's the time to put those to good use.
Coming up on KUJH News, finals week is here. See how students are surviving and thriving? Lily joins us in studio with the latest on KU's Olympic sports scene, plus a bittersweet send-off as we say goodbye to our graduating KUJH seniors. Stick around. We'll be back.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas. A great place to be you.
Next up, KU's Caden Baird takes us inside a showcase of indigenous fashion and how you can experience it yourself, right here in Lawrence.
Something is happening in the Coffin Sports Complex at Haskell University, and it doesn't involve dribbling or shooting a jump shot. It's fashion. The show is titled Indigenous Couture Volume 2, giving Native artists, designers, and models a platform to showcase their talents, even if their experience may be limited.
And, I've been here like helping out kind of throughout the day, and so like kind of last minute they were needing another male model, and they're like, do you want a model? And I was like, yeah, sure.
Featuring 12 indigenous designers from all backgrounds, the show began with a prayer song by Haskell's very own Miracle Spotted Bear, who later performed a couple songs from her latest album to the crowd. The runway was host to various inspired styles from futuristic and high fashion to more traditional and Western themes.
With my creations, you know, with the designs that you see on the skirts, I draw those from like traditional stories, the history, the language, and I bring that out as teachings.
Personality not only shone through the clothing, but a couple of the models made sure their charm came with the design. Along with dresses, heels, and bags, multiple surprise cultural dances happened throughout, with one even featuring a cowboy-esque style dance with lasso and boots. A touching moment occurred later in the show as Corinne Lemire, a dancer who had a stroke at last year's KU powwow, made an appearance as a model for one of the collections. Not only is the runway to display clothes, but also a stage for indigenous people to share their stories and let their voice be heard.
I believe that, you know, the expression of putting it out there that we as Native people do exist, and we always have exist on this continent. So I think that with the Native fashion is taking that into the future, and we're actually being noticed and seen.
For KUJH News, Caden Baird.
Thanks, Caden. Information about the designers or the collections featured in the show can be found on Instagram at Haskell Runway.
With finals week right around the corner, stress levels on campus are starting to rise. KUJH's Grace Johnson shows us how Jayhawks are preparing and where they can turn for help.
As final exams approach, many students are feeling the pressure. From late-night studying to last-minute assignments, preparing for finals can be overwhelming. Thankfully, KU offers resources and spaces that can help students stay focused.
The library is always a good place to study too. I always like booking study rooms just because it allows me to be productive because I get out of the house.
Anschutz Library will be open 24 hours a day from Sunday, May 4th through Friday, May 16th, offering students around-the-clock access to quiet workspaces. Donna Wyatt, a first-year course instructor, says organization and awareness are key to managing finals week stress.
The way that you tackle that stress of finals is that you do it from day one in class. We are introducing all of those resources right from the get-go. The Writing Center at Anschutz, the tutors, the, HawkLink, all of the resources on the campus.
With so much to juggle, KU is offering events across campus to help students stay balanced and fed. The Stop Day Brunch at Mrs. E's will take place on Friday, May 9th from 11 to 2, giving students a chance to rest and refuel. And while there's no one right way to study, Wyatt says making a plan and sticking to it can make all the difference.
The first way of dealing with the stress is knowing exactly where you are and then putting together a plan to tackle it.
From all-night libraries to free meals and study support, KU is helping students tackle finals week one resource at a time, and reminding them that preparation isn't just about books, but balance. For KUJH News, I'm Grace Johnson.
Thanks, Grace, and good luck to everyone taking exams next week.
Are we going to be seeing any more warmer weather this week, or do you think the rain is going to keep sticking around?
Well, I hope that rain is not going to stick around because I'm kind of wanting some sunshine in the mix of the weather forecast.
Gotcha. Let's see what Sam has to say about the weather.
Well, again, you're in luck. Taking a look at our 7-day temperature trend, tomorrow will be at 70 degrees, and then we're going to gradually climb up all the way to into the mid-80s for a high around 84, it looks like, for a week from today. And those warm temperatures will probably continue through the later part of next week as well towards graduation. Taking a look at satellite, there is a low pressure system over Oklahoma right now causing this just rotation of cloud mass, bringing us to rainfall here in Lawrence, and that will continue for the next few hours for sure. Taking a new look at radar, again, the rain is really starting to break up around us, but those spotty scattered shower chances will continue through midnight and early tomorrow morning. Now going on looking at our temperatures, 60 degrees still here in Lawrence, 58 down in Ottawa, 65 Tonganoxie, a bit warmer up to the north where less rain has fallen, and 59 out in Olathe as well. And through the evening, from 5 p.m. it'll be at 61, 6 o'clock 70, and at 8 p.m. down to 59 degrees, with the wind shifting to be more out of the northeast at around 7 miles an hour toward the later parts of this forecast period. Overnight tonight, we'll have a low down to 53 degrees with that rain ending in the early AM hours, with the light wind continuing out of the northeast. For tomorrow, have a high at 70 degrees, partly cloudy. There is a non-zero chance for an isolated storm in the afternoon, but I really don't think it's going to happen, but I'm obliged to say that. And then looking at the weekend, for stop day Friday, 73, Saturday 76, Sunday 77, and plenty of sunshine. That will be the common denominator as we take a look here at our 7-day forecast. Sunshine from tomorrow all the way through Wednesday. Best rain chance is that 10% chance tomorrow. Other than that, should be very dry and beautiful as we head into finals week. Caleb?
Thanks, Sam. And for all the sports fans out there, we got some sports forecasts coming up.
Have you ever wondered who is behind Big J and Baby J at all those KU games? Well, meet the students who bring the Jayhawk to life.
Ever wondered what it's like to be the face or beak of Kansas? Well, I got the chance to sit down with some senior mascots and find out everything it takes to be the big beak around campus.
With so many different people behind the mask, it's a tough job trying to get everyone to have all the same mannerisms.
From practice to game day, the dedication of these mascots brings the spirit of KU to every event. Coming up on KUJH Sports, Lily has an inside look at what's ahead for the KU hockey team. Plus, from the rink to the track, we've got the latest on KU's sports scene.
Welcome back to KUJH Sports. I'm Lily Schutzenhofer. Clubs and organizations around campus are finishing their year and electing a new executive board. The KU Club hockey team is one of the many experiencing this turnover. Earlier this week, I talked to the hockey club's new president and new team captain to discuss the future plans for the team. After a season that ended in disappointment, the University of Kansas Club hockey team will look to skate into next season with a fresh start. Sophomore Brett Siddons will become the team's first new captain in 3 years, as senior captain Caleb Dussault graduates.
I'm very thankful. It's a lot of, like I said, like stepping up in the Caleb position is like super hard, but I'm super thankful the guys like trusting me with it, and I'm super excited for the opportunity.
Sophomore Mariah McNamara also has big shoes to fill. She steps up to become the next president of the club for the love of the sport and as a way to get involved.
So I kind of like knew about club hockey and college club hockey going into college, so I feel like it was something I kind of looked out for. But I also just kind of wanted to be involved in the club. I'm planning to go into sports after college, so that was kind of my main goal, was just to be more involved.
The team plays in Overland Park at the Advent Health Sports Park at Blue Hawk. In her term, McNamara is looking to expand the fan base of the team. Families and friends can always be seen in the crowd, but gaining a true Kansas student section for home games is her goal.
And I think my main goal is just not the event games like Hockey Fights for Cancer or Rivalry in the Rink, but just like the normal home games. I feel like those are so like almost overlooked because everyone just looks at like the big 2 main games, but we have an entire season of games that we're playing. So I think that just trying to get those to have a bigger attendance and like more of like a school-wide thing would be super cool.
Siddons understands that not everyone comes to KU to play hockey, but those that find their way to the team create a brotherhood.
I mean, honestly, I think a lot of it's just like the camaraderie of it and guys that really like love playing hockey. Like initially when I first came, like me and Luke both came, our dads wanted us to play. And we didn't even know there was a hockey program until our dads pretty much found out and made us play. But then it was like one of the camaraderie things. You meet a lot of the guys, and then a lot of the guys just love to play the game. So I mean, there's a self-appeal to it.
The KU Club hockey team will start their 2025-2026 season in September. Be on the lookout for the schedule drop, and best of luck to both Brett and Mariah on their new positions. Now, reporter Lindsay Ryan was live at the Jayhawk Club earlier today with a very impressive update on KU women's golf. Lindsay?
Thanks, Lily. For the first time since 2014, the Kansas women's golf team punched its ticket to the NCAA championship. The final day of the NCAA Columbus Regionals wrapped up today, and the Hawks add to their collection after a 6-under first-place finish. Sophomore Lila Louderbaugh placed first individually after carding a 7-under during round 3 today for a final score of 204. Louderbaugh is the first NCAA regional champion in program history. Up next for the team is the NCAA Championships taking place in Carlsbad, California, beginning next Friday, May 16th. From the Jayhawk Club, I'm Lindsay Ryan, KUJH Sports.
Thanks, Lindsay. We'll be watching from Lawrence, cheering the ladies on. Spring sports are closing out their seasons in big fashion. Here's what happened this past week and what's coming up. The men's golf team will start their NCAA Bremerton Regional Tournament as an 8 seed. They will tee off this next Monday looking to make a run. Softball was swept by UCF in their final homestand of the season this past weekend. They are currently the 9 seed playing the 8 seed Baylor Bears and the 2025 Big 12 softball champions in Oklahoma City. They're down 7-3 right now, but looking to make a comeback as well. Baseball went on the road last night to play their second of 2 games against the Missouri Tigers this season. They take the season series, winning last night 6-5. Tomorrow they'll start their last home series of the year against the BYU Cougars. First pitch is at 6 out at Hoagland Ballpark. This past weekend, tennis fell in the first round of the NCAA tournament to South Carolina. This loss ends their season at a 14-12 overall record. That's all the updates we have for you today. Thanks for tuning in every week, and we'll be back in the fall. Joins us one last time with a look at this weekend's sports forecast, plus a goodbye to our graduating KUJH seniors. Stay with us.
From adversity, we rose. We made history and became pioneers, voyagers, champions, Jayhawks. And when our chant rises, haunting and hallowed, Jayhawks are telling the world what's near. Victory.
Sam joins us one last time with what athletes and fans need to know heading into this weekend's sporting events.
Thank you, Caleb. Good news. All looks good for the 3M series KU has against BYU for their final homestand of the season. For the first pitch tomorrow night, be 69 degrees, wind out of the northeast and 9 miles an hour. Friday's game 71. Saturday back to 69. Perfect conditions for those 3 events. Taking a look at some other sports. Track and field, the Ward Haley Invitational looks good on Friday out in Manhattan. Men's golf, however, in Washington, looks like there will be some showers that could impact that event all 3 days up in the Pacific Northwest. That's something that they'll have to keep their eye on. Track and field for the Big 12 Championships late next week into the weekend looks good, but baseball's final series a week from now out in Morgantown, West Virginia, also looks like rain could impact that as well. Now, taking a look at what we could expect late next week into the week after, looking at temperature anomalies, looks to be well above average here in Lawrence. Again, those mid-higher 80s are going to roll in, really going to crank those thermometers up. And when it comes to precipitation, looks to be above average as well, which there are indications that it might be a rainy graduation weekend. Caleb?
Whether you're on the field or in the stands, stay safe and stay hydrated out there.
Ever wonder what happens to Lawrence once the students leave campus and the crowds clear out? KUJH's Annabelle DeFord shows us how summer transforms the city of Lawrence.
KU students are headed into finals and the end of the semester. Soon, most students will leave campus and Lawrence will start to look and feel a whole lot quieter.
I mean, you come here at the beginning of the school year, everyone's excited to be back, and everybody's just super happy, and then contrast that with how it is over the summer. It's just totally different vibe.
Even as campus clears out, KU Public Safety remains active and engages with the community in a different way.
We're a very community-oriented police department in that when our community shifts and their needs shifts, we shift with it.
While there are fewer students in town, KUPD often interacts with incoming freshmen, orientation groups, and summer visitors, adding to their first glimpse at campus.
Whether you're waving the weed or doing the rock chalk chant, that's an experience that you're sharing with your community, and we really enjoy sharing those experiences with the community as a whole. We take a lot of pride in the things that our community does.
For students sticking around, Lawrence adopts a new feel. Slower days and quieter nights completely change their outlook on the town.
It's just not as fun during the summertime, and you go out to, I would still go to, I went to Leroy's sometimes, but it's like there's nobody there.
Whether it's the quiet nights on Jayhawk Boulevard or less crowds at popular hotspots, the absence of thousands of students changes the core rhythm of Lawrence, at least until fall returns. For KUJH News, Annabelle DeFord.
Seems like summer brings a whole new vibe to campus and the city of Lawrence, but right before you know it, fall will be here right around the corner.
As we wrap up this final semester at KU, it's time to reflect on the experiences that shaped our journey.
Join us as we take a look at our fellow senior stories, takeaways, and the advice they have to share.
It's hard to imagine leaving KU and beautiful Lawrence behind, but for our seniors, their time has come to say goodbye. Today, we focus on KUJH's senior stories, takeaways, and pieces of advice from their time at KU. Once established on campus, these students began to plant their roots in the journalism school. For their last semester, they all came together to make KUJH better and better, week after week. After 4 years, these seniors are branching out, but wanting to share one last piece of advice. While their futures are bright ahead, the shadow of their past will always be with them. Once a Jayhawk, always a Jayhawk.
Well, that's all we have for you this morning. Check out KUJH News on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram for exclusive content and keep up to date on the latest stories at KUJHnews.com. Signing off for one last time, I'm Sydney Clark.
And I'm Caleb Beasley. KUJH News will be back next fall. Have a good day.